everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have an Oakley video, which is why I don't mind him taking a drink in the background. He's getting a massive drink of water. Is it ever going to stop? There we go. Today we have an Oakley video. It's been a while since we had an Oakley video, and I think the last one was in Vlogmas. And that wasn't really a focused one, it just happened to be a focused one. So today is a full day of training and I'm going to get back into his training better. That didn't sound grammatically correct. We have been you know what? I'm going to say it. We've been slacking on his training. We just, basically when things got bad, I not gave up, but just was like, I've lost motivation to do this as much as what I used to do. Are you okay? Are you alright? Are you alright? Okay. So let me get it lighter in here. I feel like that's a bit better. We've got some sunspots, but never mind. Yeah, I basically haven't been doing his training as good as I want to. Currently, we are doing like a walk after Jack's finished work and some snuffle and a few trick training throughout the day. It's not enough for what he needs. So today we're getting back on track with it. We are setting up a new kind of like schedule for what we are going to do, and we are about to head off on the kind of the first thing. He has already done a little bit of, not training, but he has done some enrichment. So he has done snuffle. I'll get his snuffle mat. Jack is the one who gets up with him. He thinks he's getting more food. Jack is the one who gets up with him in the morning. So he has his breakfast with Jack. So he's done a snuffle for his breakfast, which is just this mat. We had loads of food in it. He loves it. He's literally standing at my feet waiting to see if I'm going to give him more food. But we put his entire food in there, so it's 110 grams of kibble in there, and he does snuffle. So he's already done that this morning. And if you have not heard of snuffle, if you're not aware of what it does, it basically just gets their brain going, because they have to kind of like figure out where the food is, use their nose, and Oakley absolutely loves using his nose. So what we're doing now is we are going to go take him on a long line walk. There is Jack, my partner, if you are new. We are going to go take him on a long line walk. Oakley doesn't go off lead yet because we don't feel comfortable with his recall enough. That is kind of the only thing that we practice on long line walks now. He just kind of does his own thing, because the reason for this is to try and get some energy out. We're going to do some training throughout the day that's going to get his mind going. So this is more just an energy thing and a recall thing. So can you find me a sausage? Okay, so we're not starting off on the best foot. We've realised we have run out of high value reward. What we normally use are these sausages things you can get from Pets at Home, right? They're in like a vacuum pack kind of seal individual thing, and they are super smelly sausages, so he can smell them, he knows we've got them. They're very, very good. He really, really likes them. They don't make him ill, because we used to use cheese, but that makes him ill. So we're gonna have to make do with apple. We're hoping apple's gonna be okay, because he has apple at home, he likes apple. We're hoping it's gonna work as high value. I'm gonna take treats as well, but we normally use high value, and every time we have low value and high value. Every time he comes back and checks in by himself, I'll give him low value, and then every time I need to recall him, I only try to recall him when we have to, and that tends to be when he goes towards a puddle, because he drinks out of puddles, or when he goes to the boundary of the field that we go to, because that's down at the minute, still off the storm. Whenever he goes near a boundary, I'll recall him, and whenever we think he's going near poo, because we still aren't sure whether he has that issue. If you are new to the channel, Oakley has had an issue his entire life with eating other dogs' poo. He's not bothered about his own, but he will guzzle down other dogs' poo. So we aren't sure whether that's still an issue. He hasn't ate any recently, but anytime he stops and sniffs it, because he does do that a lot, we recall him. So that is what we're going to go do. We don't think we'll be out for long. It is currently 11 o'clock. I need to head to the gym. So Jack is currently cutting up some apple. I'm going to go get my coat and stuff on and get the treats ready. For low value treats, we just use Wags. Hang on, I'll go see if we've got a bag of them. We tend to use loads of different flavours so he doesn't get bored. And I also have some, I think we bought to try different ones. So it's these ones that we normally use with loads of different flavours. We normally get the lamb chops, chicken and yogurt, the barbecue bangers, and another one I think, none with the cheese in. And then I'm also going to be using these because we have some left over, and yeah, we're gonna see if this works. Alright little man, you ready for your walk? Are you ready? We're gonna get this long line sorted first. Okay, this is the long line. It's very, how long is this? Can you remember? 50 foot?
15 metre.
Is it? Right.
That's how many feet that is.
I need that wrapped round really, babe.
Oh no, 2 seconds now.
Nah, it's alright, I can deal as long as you carry it. Oh, it's still wet?
So, the handle might be a bit.
Yeah. Right. Let's get you out the car. We are out. I'm quickly talking whilst the wind's dropped. He has already gone to the toilet. Oakley, leave it. Good boy. So I'll see if I can try and catch a recall on camera. I kind of... Jack's going to the bin, so he's going to go chase after him. See if I can do it now. Come! Yes! Good job! So he loves catching them at the minute, so let's see if I can get it on camera. Oh, nearly. There we go, again. Good boy, again. Oh, nearly. Free. We get him to wait when he's done his recall, and he's not allowed to go until we say okay. So, or free. Don't chuck a stick. Yes, good boy. So he looks at me there, so he gets a yes and then a... Don't, Jack, don't throw twigs, man. He's not allowed them. What? He's not allowed them. I don't want him to be bothered. Put it down. Watch your feet. It's the only thing with a long line, they're great. See, he's going to the edge and he's come back. Yes! Good boy. Oh, you get the other one. Okay. He is learning like the length of his line, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he, like, we normally, when he gets to the edge, then we'll recall him, but at the minute, he nearly gets there and then comes back. See if he does it again. Otherwise I'm going to get... He's nearly at the end. Nope. Come! Yes! Good boy. Ready. He hasn't done them on camera. Okay.
You got it.
Ready. Good boy. Free. You try and find the other one. Okay, come on then. Typical. He didn't do it on camera. He must want something.
Yeah.
Good boy. He got to the end there, so I'll give him a treat for coming back by himself. Free. But yeah, this is it. We'll walk around maybe like 2-3 times because obviously Jack has to work. He's took some of his lunch now to walk him. Oakley, come on, away, leave it. Oakley. Good boy. Oh, I dropped it. It's around here. Find it. Come on, find it. Good job. Free. So yeah, this is it. Right, we are back home. That didn't go. Where can I put you? I've got nowhere to put you at the minute. Oakley.
Come on.
Okay.
Sounded like the thing at the bottom of the stairs.
No, I think it sounded like he's food thing. So yeah, excuse the mess and excuse him being an arse. It didn't go as well as normal. So we normally do that walk on a weekend when Jack is off work, but we want to start doing it every day. It didn't go as well as normal, and I think there was a few reasons for it. I think it was he'd had his breakfast. Normally we do that on an empty stomach, so he's hungry, so he normally checks in a lot more and then gets rewarded for that. And when he's just kind of not just learning, but when he's still in that phase where he's still a bit like, I don't know whether I want to come back to you, I think we need that at the beginning to build value, and then he'll know it's valuable, like just in general later on. So I think we definitely should have done an empty stomach, but that was my fault. I think I forgot to remind Jack that we were doing this. And also we didn't have the high value treats. I think I'll pop in Pets at Home after I've been at the gym, because the Pets at Home is like, it's not in the same place as the gym, but it's the same car park as the gym.
No, okay.
So I'm gonna go get some more of them. Now Jack is obviously back to work. Are you going to work upstairs or work down here?
Upstairs, okay.
Jack will go work in his office and Oakley goes up in his office with him. You could leave him in his crate for a little bit if you want. We can do some crate training.
Yeah. Because his breath probably stinks.
That is true. He did get some poo, unfortunately. He's eating something.
Oakley.
He's got something.
What you got? Whatever it was.
I am purposely leaving these bits in. I know it means it's a bit stoppy-starty, but on one of my videos the other week, I think it was on Sunday's video, I had a comment from someone. I'm sure they meant no ill intent, but they made a comment to try and get other subscribers and said, like, does anybody else think Oakley isn't a whingy dog? And it's made me realise that when I cut the bits out that I don't want you guys to get annoyed at it being jumpy or annoyed at me having to pay attention to Oakley, or like, I cut his crying out a lot because I don't think it's a nice thing to make you guys listen to. Like, it's fair enough we have to listen to that because he's our dog, but I don't really want to make you guys listen to it. But then I've realised that maybe some of you think that I'm just making it up, and I'm not. It's just I cut it out so you guys don't have to listen to it. So I'm gonna leave it in today. We'll see how he is. He might be in a quiet mood, he might be in a whingy mood. I mean, you probably heard him when he was over there complaining to Jack. He's currently sniffing my foot. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it in, and I'm sorry if this is really like stoppy-starty. So yeah, I think it was that no high value treats because he does really love them. And then like, the thing is with his recall, it was fine, wasn't it? If I used his word, which is C-O-M-E, that he came back on that every single time. It was the times where we were just like, okay, come on, leave it, he didn't pay attention to, which is normally what he normally does.
There's a name there, he was just like, what?
Did he? Oh, try to say it quieter. They were the times that weren't brilliant this time, and it's not that we usually use high reward for that, but I think the fact that he knows we've got high reward helps. So yeah, I think that's why that didn't go well. He ate some poo. I don't know what it is. He just loves poo, which is just lovely. And I have talked to a vet about it. They say it's a behavioural thing. So yeah. Anyway, the plan now is, what are you gonna do? Because I'm going to the gym. So what are you gonna do with him?
I'll put him in a script. I'll wait until you go.
Okay.
So it's not like you're leaving. So
right.
I think you're leaving, if you know what I mean.
Okay. How long are you gonna leave him in for?
Like half an hour.
I think that's too long.
I'll try for half an hour, and that was enough.
There's no point in trying for half an hour. I think
I'll do 15 minutes.
I even think that's too long.
Okay.
It depends what we're trying to do here. So for an update for how he is with his crate training, if you're a subscriber, he has no problem with his crate, and we know it's not his crate because on a night time he has zero issues with his crate whatsoever. On an evening, he's actually started taking himself to bed and taking himself to his crate now. And then on a morning, if we sleep in or anything, he doesn't cry. So it is just I want attention, let me out. I don't want to be in here right now. But his crate is actually okay. So he's going to sleep now. We're going to have to keep him awake. Okay, come on. Yeah, so the thing is, when we leave him alone, it's very we can't really get it, can we? It's confusing because sometimes he is fine. He we don't leave him alone at the minute. Essentially, we don't at all. The only time we've left him alone twice in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's very like, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. We normally leave him with a Kong or his food, like his meal. And when, what's he got?
That's rope, that's boat.
Okay. When he is in with his Kong, afterwards, sometimes he'll go to sleep, but sometimes he'll stop licking his Kong to cry. And then with his food, like sometimes if we've left him, he'll start crying. But the majority of the time, we leave him with his food in his crate in this room by himself and we're normally in the kitchen. He doesn't cry with that. So we're not entirely sure what's going on. We're trying to get him used to it again by leaving sometimes. We are going to get a trainer in again. We've already tried a trainer. We're going to try a different one. We're going to try a local one who can come to the house. So we're going to try it again. But this is what I mean about leaving him now. It depends. Babe, are you listening?
Yeah.
It depends whether you want to leave him in with the idea of he's not going to cry at all. Or are we going to put him in, let him cry it out for a bit and then go to sleep?
Maybe let him cry out and go to sleep. I think he's probably tired from that, but...
Okay, well if he doesn't cry, leave him in for 5 minutes.
Right.
And then get him out. If he does cry, wait till he stops crying and then leave him for 10, I think.
Okay. Right. Okay.
You sure you get what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, if he cries it out and then goes to sleep, he normally lasts longer. Whereas if he doesn't cry at all, don't push it.
Yeah.
Like that's ideally what we want.
If he falls asleep in his crate, he could be in there. We could probably leave him in there for like nearly an hour.
Yeah,
Probably
but
still stay asleep.
yeah, but I don't want to push it if he hasn't cried at all. Yeah?
Yeah.
Normally, we just have him upstairs in Jack's office with him and he's perfectly fine. He normally goes to sleep, doesn't he?
Goes to sleep in my feet, yeah.
Jack's office is a lot smaller room and I think he likes that. He normally does it at your feet. Like he goes under the desk. So, yeah. And then I'll be back from the gym and make him lunch and we'll see what we'll do then. We'll do some more training when I make him my lunch, I think. Okay, I shall catch up with you once I'm back from the gym.
Okay, so Sarah's away at the gym. She's just left. So I've got a little man here. He's sitting on his bed, waiting. And we're going to send him to his crate now and see how he does. Oakley, crate. Good boy. Good job. And put you in there. And I'll get him a treat from Sarah's desk treat snack. Good job. And so I'm gonna go upstairs to my office now, do some work, and I'll catch up with you guys in maybe 20 minutes if he's doing all right. And if he's not doing all right, I'll show you getting him back out and stuff as well. Okay, so he's been away for about 10 minutes now, and he's asleep. So I will put below the, or Sarah will, when she edits it, put below a screen recording of the camera we have that'll keep an eye on him. We'll use this mainly when we go out, even if it's just for 5 minutes, just to ensure that he's not crying. It's really good because he gives like alerts and things as well about whether he is crying and if he's making loads of noise. But I'll give him another 10 minutes in his crate and then I'll check the camera again. If he's not crying, I'll let him out. I'll bring him back up here with me and he can work up here with me for a bit. So Oakley has been in for roughly 20 minutes now. I know it's a bit longer than what Sarah initially said, but he has been really good, so I thought let's push it a little bit and see if we can get him to do a bit longer. Let's see this focus. There we go. So I'm going to go get him out now, and I'll bring him upstairs with me, and hopefully he'll be alright. Are you been to sleep, little man? There's the handsome man. There he is. You've been asleep. You've been such a good boy, haven't you? Let me let you out. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. He goes straight looking for a toy. There he is. And he's off. He's already up. I'm gonna go upstairs now, continue work, and Oakley will come up with us. But that's quite successful, he's been quite good. So I'll leave you to Sarah when she gets back from the gym and does our lunch.
Okay, I am back from the gym. I popped 2 pets at home. So I'll show you the ones that I got. I got these. I like these ones the best, the Wags Barbecue Bangers, because they're like so easy to break up. Like, I don't give Oakley full treats. I break them up at least into 3 bits, and they are very, very easy to break up. And then also these ones, because again, they are easy to break up. We also like these ones, like I said, but you can see, like, because of the shape, these ones are harder to break up than, say, like the bone type shape, or just like the kind of like straight shape. So I prefer these ones. They didn't have any of the hot dog things that we get him, unfortunately. So I bought something else because we need some high value treats. So I bought some of the Lily's Kitchen ones. There's the chicken jerky one, which I'm hoping is going to be good, and then there's these, which are duck and venison, like little sausages, and I feel like you'll like these ones more because you'll be able to smell these a lot more. So hopefully they will work okay for high value. But I am just about to start making my lunch. I'm waiting for the oven to preheat. So I think the training that I'm going to do whilst I'm waiting for my lunch is his bed training, because he is very good with his bed. As if you are subscribed, you will know he's always been very good with his bed. But recently, he hasn't been allowed his bed, as in this bit. So let me just take his stuff off there. He has only been allowed it, see, he's doing it already. He's only been allowed it as this, off. The only reason he isn't allowed it is because if you watch him, I bet you, okay, he goes straight to shag it, like, can you see? Off. So I think I'm going to do some, like, place training so he actually lies on his bed instead of shagging it, because it's just a pain in the bum. Go on. He actually hasn't had, can you get off? Good boy. He actually hasn't had a bed in here for a while because the brown one, like the matte one, at the party, the Christmas party we did, if you guys are subscribed, you'll have seen that in Vlogmas, that, Oakley, off. It basically, we had it in here because he was here with us at the party and he was on it, but then try to find somewhere where you can kind of see. Yeah, he had it off. Good boy. But Uncle Gary's still lying on it, didn't he? So that's in the wash. So we're gonna do the normal training where I'm gonna get on with what I'm doing, and then if he lies down and settles on it nicely, look at this hair, man, he will get a treat. I'm gonna swap between these and the crunchy ones, which are the Wag, like they're like the oven baked ones, just crunchy biscuits, because they're the ones that we use in the house because they are cheaper, so you get a lot more. Ah, good boy. See, he's settled now, so you'll get a treat. This is, I think I'm going to make it places in, like, he has to stay there and make it a little bit more challenging, because I'm actually very impressed with him settling that quickly. He doesn't normally. So yeah, I will just intermittently reward him as I'm cooking my lunch. The thing is with the crunchy ones as well, they don't smell as bad, so it's all right, like, having them on my fingers when I'm making my lunch. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. bit later. After I had my lunch and kind of like while I had my lunch, Oakley kind of just chilled for a bit in the living room with me. We had to shut the door because he kept finding socks all over the house and they're his favourite thing in the world. So he chilled with me and then he chilled with Jack. And it is now 6 o'clock, so haven't done any training since lunch, which was late. What was that, like 2? No, when I was doing the training, making lunch, like 2. Yeah. So we are now going to go do some lead respect work. Not kind of walking. We are going to go in the car and we are going to take him to Sanderson Arcade, which is our kind of like local shopping centre thing. It's like a outdoor shopping, I won't call it shopping centre.
It's just a collection of shops.
Yeah,
like
it's called an arcade, but that's where we're going. And obviously dogs can go because it's outdoor, but it's also nice and busy because there's a restaurant in there and people walk through it and stuff. So it's a good place to practice his lead respect because I've gone right back to the beginning and I am teaching him that he can't pull on the lead at the minute. So anytime he gets tension on the lead, he needs to learn that he needs to come like backwards and into like the side of me. So we are going to drive there. We are not going to walk him. We have been doing walks, like I said, on an evening normally, but because he's been so rubbish at the minute, we've had to do like gentle line walks. And Jack wants to head to the gym, so walking there and then doing it and then walking back would probably take too long. So are you ready to go now? Mm-hmm. He is currently sitting on his bed because we've done training for that today, so he thinks that he's going to get a treat whenever he's there. So we're going to go now. Okay, we are back. We're in the same angle as we were before, I think, but this is the only, like, this is the best lighting in the house. The kitchen under cabinet lights in the living room is very, very warm and it just doesn't look great. So we are back. Hopefully there has been some footage of what we were doing. I realised I didn't explain this as well when we went out this morning, because I had to do that before we went in the field, because the thing is with like walking and everything else, it has to be like consistent. There's no point in doing all the training if you aren't being consistent with it. Like with this, like if he learns that at one point he can't pull on the lead and then at other points he can pull on the lead and I'll let him do that, he's never going to learn that I never want him to pull on the lead. So I have to do that regardless of what lead he's on, where he is, all that kind of stuff. So when we were going into the grass, I was making him be like, no, you have to walk on the lead correctly before you go in the, like, before you go, I want to call it like offline, but on the long line, because that's a reward to him. Like, he sees that as that's what he wants to do, so he can't misbehave and then get a reward. He has to do the thing that I've asked him to do, and then he can go run about. And yeah, he got there eventually. It just took some time, and it kind of signals to his brain, he's like, okay, but that isn't even an option, like pulling on the lead. So that's kind of what we were doing there. I'm just treating him again because he's sitting lovely on his bed. We were doing that again. So basically I was just walking about. That's the thing with practicing walking, I never have a plan of where I want to walk. If I have a plan of I want to walk a specific route, or I want to go for a walk, he's on his gentle lead, because he's not at a stage yet where he can just walk. I have to be willing and be able to turn around on myself and have the room for that, and be able to walk backwards and stuff. So I didn't have a plan. I just knew that I was going to get from the car to Sanderson Arcade, and then there's room in Sanderson Arcade to kind of like turn on yourself and things like that. And then I knew I had to get back from Sanderson Arcade back to the car. That's the thing, you've got to like kind of strategically plan your treats. You can't like use all of your treats when you're doing it and then get back to the car, because he's going to probably pull on the way back to the car, which he did. But you need treats for when you practice and getting back to the car and stuff as well. So we walked around just Sanderson Arcade loads. It was the type of thing where if there is tension on the line, I either walk backwards or I wait for him. So I stop and I wait for him to get back to my side, and then I will reward him. So it's not like I was doing it where it's just like if I walk backwards and he starts coming towards me, then I reward it. But I think that kind of promotes the pull, and then I'll give you a treat. So if he pulls, I run backwards or I stop, and then he will come back to my side, because we've already done some foundation kind of learning. It was the fact where it was like, even if he pulled, I had to run backwards till I got his attention. Then when I got his attention, I'd be like, I'd say the word, I'm not going to say it because he's there, and then lure him back to my side and then give him the treat. But he knows to go back to my side now. It's just getting him in his head that he needs to stay there the entire time. But yeah, if I feel there's going to be some tension in the lead, if I can catch it in time, I will turn. Like if I get it before there is actual tension, like if he's like edging in front of me, then I'll try and turn. A lot of trainers say turn on your left, like turn into him, but I find that like impossible with Oakley. Like I don't understand how I'm meant to turn into him when he's already ahead of me, if that makes sense. Like he doesn't even have like, he's not even just that little bit ahead that I can turn. Like he's ahead of me. If I'm turning left, I'm walking into a lead, so I'll turn to the right. If I can turn to the left, I will, but more often than not I can't. So that's what that training was. I normally go until I'm near the end of my treats. I don't do a certain amount of time. I will not be there for probably longer than half an hour. I think, how long were we there for, babe? What, like doing the training, or was that more like 15 minutes? 20. So we did it for like 20 minutes there, and I took quite a lot of treats that time. But I don't want to go for too long because he's just going to get bored and really easily distracted. So we don't do it for that long. And he was really good on the way back to the car. Like he did pull a little bit, but he actually walked really, really nicely on the way back to the car. So it shows it works. It's just he needs to get in the zone a little bit. But on the way back to the car, a really lovely woman stopped. And it was really weird at first. She just kind of stopped and like stood and looked at us both, and we were both like, what's going on? Because if you are subscribed, you'll know, but if not, I have kind of like a history of people not liking my training on YouTube and in person. Like there's been multiple times where before we moved, there was a very specific park that it happened at. It was really odd. If people saw me training, like they'd either have their dogs off leash, I'd yell at them for having their dogs off leash when the dog came over. Not yell at them, it'd be the type of thing like, can you recall your dog, can you recall your dog, can you recall your dog? And they'd get angry at me because I'm asking them to recall their dog. Or they'd come up to me and be like, can my dog say hello? And I'd be like, no, he's training. And they'd be like, oh, that's so odd, why don't you want to socialize your dog? That kind of stuff. So I've had like a lot of people saying negative things. So when this one was just kind of standing staring, I was like, where is this going? I was like, she's either gonna want to pet him or she's gonna tell me that I'm doing something wrong or something. And she just turned, she waited for a little bit, and then she was just like, it is so lovely to see someone doing it right. She was like, it warms my heart seeing someone do it right. And I was like, thank you. And she was like, I was a puppy walker for ages, and it's so lovely seeing someone do it correctly. And I was just like, I was in shell shock. I didn't really know what to say. I think like I was just a bit like, because I'm not used to people saying really nice stuff, and I just didn't know what to say, and I feel really bad now because I really want to tell her how much it meant to me, because like I think that's probably like the second or third nice thing I've had someone say to me out of like there's so many people saying I'm wrong in person. I've had lots of lovely comments on YouTube as well as the bad stuff, but in person I think that's probably the only second person who said it's like I'm doing the right thing, and it's so lovely, and it meant so much, and I feel so bad that I didn't tell her how much it meant to me. I did say thank you so much when she left, but I wish I'd kind of just be like, that means the world, thank you. But it's just made me feel really happy. So yeah, he is currently, like I said, lying on his bed now. That will probably be it for a while. He isn't due his tea until 8, and it is 7 now. I am probably not going to do anything with him until his tea, and then I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with him there, because that's his kibble, so we'll see later on. It is now later. It is about 8ish, so we're going to do his tea. Where are the scales? So like I say, he has kibble, so for his tea I'm thinking we'll just use his kibble and do some trick training, because I'm just waiting for my tea. My tea is in the oven. Let's see, I'm eyeballing this at the minute. How close did I get? Oh, 7 grams off. I am getting close to it. So I am just going to use this kibble to do trick training. Things that we're not going to learn anything new, because we're still learning some of them and reminding them of some of them, because we didn't do them for quite a while, so he forgot some of them. So I'll set you up. I'll keep the where is the lens cap? I might keep the volume on so you can hear us. So are you ready, little man? Come here. Being a very good boy, and he's in his bed again. So come here. Can you go down? Yes. On your side? Yes. We'll do a few because they're very small on the stand. Yes. Sit. Yes. Pull. Yes. This is one that he's not so sure on. Safe. No. Good. No. That's it. Good. Come on. Oh, what's going on? Why won't you lure? Look, there's your food. Good job. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Yes, good job. Right. Free. We'll try that again. Safe. Yes, good boy. See, he knows it now, so. Can you go down? Yes. Wait. Yes, good boy. Right. Come here. I need 3 hands for this. So, listen, wait. He over eggs, that's the thing. He starts moving before he knows what I'm going to say. Go through. No. See? Try again. Sit. So I'm going to say it again because otherwise it's going to get confused. Look at this. Go through. Okay. Go through. That's it. Good boy. I'm not going to YS that because it wasn't very good. So we'll try it again. Maybe you just didn't like how much room there was. Wait. No, come back here. Wait. Go through. Come. Okay, go. Okay. Good boy. Again, not gonna yes it because it wasn't very good. Go through. Yes. That was better. Try that again because they both were very good. Again. You can see as I go to do that, he goes to go round instead of through my legs. Go through. No. Come. There we go. No. I'm going to try it again. Go through. Yes, that was better. Good boy. You get a few. Roll over. And over. He gets confused because he's got it on his side. Come here. Down. Roll over. No. And over. There we go. Good boy. he's not that confident with that one, so we'll keep going with that. Roll over. That's it, Nelly. Yes, good job. Right, down. Roll over. Yes. I don't know why you don't like that. My battery died. We got about 2 more minutes in before the timer went off and my food is ready. So I have the hot tap running. Yeah, it's hot now. So this is how much we have left. So the rest of it, I'm just gonna pop some hot water in until it's like about that much full. And then that is gonna sit for today. I'm gonna do it until I've like sorted my food out, but normally we leave it for like 3 minutes and it just gets the kibble more hydrated, because obviously kibble is quite dehydrated, so it just hydrates the kibble and gets him some more water in his system. And then I will give him that in his crate and he will have that whilst I have my tea, and he will sit in his crate until I am finished. So I'm not actually sure how long that normally takes. I will put on a timer once I sit down and see how long he's in his crate for, and then I'll let him out. And we do this pretty much like, we either do this where we eat our food, sorry, left the oven on, hang on, where we eat our food at the same time and then he stays in until we're finished, or he's in having his while we're cooking ours. So it's probably about, he's probably in there for a little bit longer if we're cooking our food, rather than if we have him in with us eating at the same time. But I'll time it. So that's soaking, I'm sorting my food, and then I'm eating tea. This is what I mean by terrible lighting in the living room. Like, it's cute, but it's not great for YouTube, is it? He's been in for 35 minutes. So I'm gonna get him out. See, he is capable of being in there for that long of time without crying. He just doesn't want to. Hello, little man. Have you had a nice little nap? Have you? Come on in, handsome. Okay. Good job. Do you need to go out? Oh, where are you going? Which way? Do you need to go out? Good boy. We still don't have a backlight for out here. Our landlords were meant to come fit one. I know you can't see a thing, I apologise. Our landlords were meant to come fit one, but they had to go to a funeral or something. We've got one. They came to fit one and then realised that it was the wrong one for what we needed. It was like he's fitted the light but into the mains. So I'm so sorry, this is, I'm still getting used to these bangs. Are you done, baby boy? Good boy. It's fitted to the mains and the switch is upstairs in the spare bedroom, so if we want to take him out we've got to go upstairs to put the light on. And then oh, I just nearly walked into a spider. Oh, I don't know what the heck I'm meant to do. Oh, I did not like that at all. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand here and stare at it and wait till it lands, and then I can do something about it. Yeah, so that is gonna be it for training today. We won't do anything else. He normally just chills now. He'll probably chew one of his toys for a little bit and then he goes to sleep. And like I've said, if we are up late, he normally takes himself into his crate like what he has now and goes to sleep. So that'll be it for today. I hope you guys have found this useful. I know my old one that I did when he was like 6 months is quite popular, so I thought maybe this would be helpful now that he's a bit older. And I also feel like this one now, like, it's because he's a bit older, all the things that I do are kind of ones that are like not as difficult to integrate into your day, because obviously the last one, it was like a lot of training. I think I haven't watched it to remind myself, it was a lot. But this one, the majority of the training that I do is normally when I'm like sorting my lunch or my tea, and then the 2 walks. So I'm hoping, I'm really sorry, I'm just staring at this spider because it's going down. I need to find something to get it with. I have no idea what I was saying. I think I was saying about the 2 walks. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'm so annoyed at myself. I hate it when I'm editing my videos back and I was saying something and I forget what I was saying. Anyway, that's gonna end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave it a thumbs up and comment if you're planning on doing anything or if it was helpful. It really supports the channel and it really lets me know that you guys want to see more Oakley videos. So thank you so much for watching. Can you come here, little man? You gonna say bye? Oh, okay. I didn't expect for this to happen, but yes, it is goodbye. Oakley, look at this. What's this? What's this? Oh, wrong way, wrong way. There we go. That is the best I'm gonna do, guys. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you in another video. Oakley's gonna do it. Ready? Bye.